Welcome along,
That is
weekend roundup. Oh my days. We're in for a great show today, guys. Well, what about the North London derby?
I'm not getting rattled.
We're 3 points off top 4, so it's not looking too bad.
Yeah. Foden 88, Saka 87. I think that's wrong.
Nice that you put your top on. You want to take it off and get the branding out? Happy birthday!
Make a wish to win the league.
I did.
How much chance of Arsenal have of winning the Champions League?
0, mate.
If we got through PSV, do you think there's any chance?
No.
Hang on, let me finish.
Predictions:
2-1 Tottenham.
3-1 Liverpool.
2-0 Wolves.
Chelsea to beat Man United at Old Trafford.
Still there.
You're in trouble if we win this game.
You better not lose on Saturday.
We beat the world champions this weekend. That makes you world champions.
We're the world champions, but you're not in a title race.
This is why you'll never win the league.
6 billion down the drain.
Robbie celebrating a 1-0 win. Abby Pilates instead of trophies. You never walk alone.
Catch us every Monday for the weekend roundup.
Robbie. Oh, that's the old. That's wet.
Is he just picking it up now? Treatings and Leicester are overrated. Halloween.
Nigeria said we don't want no part in this.
Is this even legal?
Why would he? Move, Ryan. See what I'm saying? Get that away from me, man.
Yes, everybody, welcome back to DR Sports. Welcome back to Live at 5. It's Friday, 5 p.m. I'm sure you guys have had a fantastic week. You may be getting ready for Halloween if you want to celebrate some Halloween. Maybe you're going out tonight, whatever. But today, 5 till 6 p.m., we are going to be going through all the weekend's action coming up because you never know. In the Premier League so far this season, I think every single week there's been at least one result where everyone's gone, what? So, I mean, I'm assuming we're going to have some more today. And today, joining me on my right, because we need to discuss Liverpool, is FJ. He's back in the studio again.
Ooh.
And I think he may be in for a little bit of a tough show.
Very tough show.
We'll find out. And on my left, it's Man City fan, it's Kim. Second day in a row on DR Sports, isn't it?
Yeah.
How'd you find
Big money signing.
Yeah. How'd you find yesterday?
Yeah, it was good, man. It was good. I like this. I like how I've got a bit more space rather than basically sitting on each other's lap.
Yeah, no, we got lots of space and time.
Yeah, we've got lots of space and time.
Coming up in the next week or so. But before we get into it, I want to let you guys know, you can see on the screen below, there's currently a WhatsApp, which you can send videos, voice notes in about what you think about what we're saying, what the other boys have said on DR Sports, or any opinion that you think should be out there. Get them in as a voice note or as a video. And if you send it in before 6 p.m. today, we might go through some of them later in the show. But for now, obviously, I am Dylan. I'm your host today, as I'm every day live at 5. And we're going to go through some of the games. And I'm going to start with, maybe it's a little bit of a curveball, but it's the Chelsea game. So Chelsea Spurs is probably maybe one of the highlight Big Six clashes this weekend, right? It's a game where Tottenham are third in the league, but their home form is pretty dire. Their away form is fantastic. Whereas Chelsea are red card FC at the minute. They're getting red cards left, right, and centre. They are not having the greatest time so far in the Premier League, despite being world champions. And you can go world champions of what, as Noah Lyle says. But it should be, I think, a pretty interesting game. Spurs have won just one of their last 13 Premier League matches against Chelsea, losing 4 in a row since a 2-0 home win in February 2023. But could this be the time where, considering where Spurs are, how they are, and the players they have versus who Chelsea have, and Chelsea who they don't really have at the moment as well with injuries, could it be the time for Spurs to finally actually get a game back?
I think they're both madly inconsistent teams, aren't they?
They are.
You don't actually really know what to expect from them. Like Chelsea's red card thing, I think is pretty weird. What is that, like 7 or 8 now? Does that
7,
come?
I believe, yeah.
And Enzo Maresca as well.
Yeah.
Like, what does that come down to? That's just a complete head loss. And most of them, they've already been winning the game, and then they've just done something stupid, which I don't really understand. Spurs, I'm a bit disappointed with, to be fair. I know they're third in the league. They've got a pretty decent amount of points, 17 points, aren't they?
17 points, 18 Bournemouth, and then Arsenal 22. So only 5 points behind first.
I did think, though, the first few weeks under Thomas Frank, I was like, okay, because I was big on Ange. I really liked Ange. I'd taken...
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'd swallowed the Ange pill. I don't know why, really. I think it's because he was friendly to me once. That was literally it. So I was like, I didn't want to see him go. And then Frank came in, and I was like, okay, well, I completely understand it. But they've kind of reverted to type a little bit, haven't they? Especially in the last couple of weeks. They're a bit... Do you think they're a bit light? They're a bit easy to play against, like they were last year?
I think how it is with the Spurs at the moment is when Frank came in, didn't they win their first 5 or first 6 games? And they were really solid at the back. Because last season, all we saw with Spurs was just, fun football. And I liked Ange, but I've always said with Ange, I like him in the Premier League, just never at my club.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to be like the club that he manages, but I love having him in the league. But they look good, they look solid, but then there hasn't been anything more than that. I think is the issue. So when I've been speaking with Abby about it, and also with some of the Spurs fans behind the scenes, they've been saying that like there's not much more to it at the moment. Like Xavi Simons being suffocated a little bit because they're not really progressing the ball forwards properly. Kudus is effectively having to get the ball and run to actually get the ball up above the pitch. So I do think with Spurs
struggling with injuries as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
No Madison, who's their main creative outlet. Romero is out. No Solanke, so they are struggling.
Yeah,
but I think I want to see a little bit more, especially from like Xavi Simons. I was pretty excited when we were linked with him at the beginning of summer. I thought that would be a really good signing for us. Didn't end up going for him, went for Cherky instead, which I'm happy about, by the way. But I thought when he came to the Premier League, I was pretty excited to see what he had to offer, and he's been a bit underwhelming so far, I'd say.
How have you assessed Spurs, FJ?
Spurs started off well, to be honest. They started off well. New manager, changed the whole tactics, changed the whole spirit, really. Even though they were champions from last year, the spirits were lifted up from the victory of the championship. But what is their target this season?
Spurs?
Tottenham, top 4?
Got to be top 4, hasn't it?
I don't think it's got to be top 4. Think about where they were. If you say at the beginning of the season, right, like 1 week before game week 1, where pre-season is over, they've got majority of their signings in. You ask Spurs, like again, I ask, like Abby talks about this all the time. All she wants is any sort of European football. So Champions League, Conference League, Europa League, and she was like, win another trophy. She's like, pick up a Carabao Cup, pick up the FA Cup or something. So I don't think their aims are as high as others who are like gunning for Champions League places.
Tottenham and Chelsea, do they have the same like ambition for
no, Chelsea's
expectations have to be higher.
What's different?
So much more money.
There's no difference. Both of them top 4. Both of them are top 4. Both of them for any silverware. They've got the same target.
Well, Chelsea are.
There's a mentality though, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's a mentality. Like Chelsea are world champions. They've spent £1 billion. They continue to spend money, and they're born.
They're not going for the league.
No, but all of their fans and most of their players at the moment will have joined Chelsea because they know that they're a club who wins things. Spurs just won their first trophy in like 19 years. So their expectations are completely different. Chelsea have spent a lot more money. I think if Spurs finish above Chelsea in any season at the moment, you think that Chelsea have failed?
Spurs.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I think as well, like the clubs are in different phases though, aren't they? You've got like Chelsea's, if you're going to talk about projects, etc., if you go like the Todd Boehly project, right? Because that's realistically when Chelsea hit the reset button, started from day one. That was 3 years ago now? So Chelsea are 3-4 years. They've won the Club World Cup. They've picked up the Conference League. They're back in like the Champions League, and they were at the beginning of the season. I was saying that they should be trying to gun for the title. They obviously haven't.
Is it at the Tottenham Stadium?
It's at the Spurs Stadium.
The Spurs Stadium. Last year, that fixture was. Can you not remember last year?
It was mental.
Spurs went 2-0 up, didn't they? Within like 10 minutes and then lost 4-2.
Did they get a red card? Someone got a red card.
Yeah.
They went down to 9 men, and then Ange played halfway line.
You can see what I mean? That's why I love that guy.
Yeah.
I love that guy. He's vintage for the Premier League, man. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I wouldn't mind seeing him go back to like Celtic or something too. Celtic have just got Brendan Rodgers just stepped down at Celtic. That might be fun.
Did you see? Sorry, just quickly. Did you see the owner? Did you see his post about Brendan Rodgers?
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
What did he say? Is it worse than Nottingham Forest's owner?
Oh no, bro, much worse. He just rinses his personality basically.
Yeah,
he's like, we had a gentleman's agreement, and then just went absolutely in on him.
Oh yeah,
like Marinakis. He's been a bit crazy at Forest, so hiring, sacking. But Marinakis hasn't necessarily come out and just slated someone. This is like him coming out, after the whole Nuno stuff, where they had a disagreement. This is like Marinakis basically just like putting a statement out, like slating Nuno is the equivalent of
that's crazy.
What's happening. I would honestly comments as well. I'd suggest you go and read it just because it's so entertaining. But there is, like what I was saying about the project stuff is Spurs had a reset this summer, haven't they? Versus Chelsea, who like they're trying to build something with Maresca.
With what? New manager?
Well, with new manager, and also like Daniel Levy stepped down, didn't he? Like it's only 6 weeks, 6 weeks ago now. So Spurs are very much at the infancy of trying to become almost a new Tottenham, trying to become less Spursy and more like just a football team that actually tries to win things.
If an owner comes in and takes that team to a different level, there will be some headache for Arsenal and other teams in England, because that Tottenham Stadium is like a big investment. The team is not
about £1 billion.
Yeah.
In London, the team is not bad. Just come in, pump a little bit of money. Thomas Frank's all right. Thomas Frank's all right. He's a good manager. So, but that game on tomorrow, I think Chelsea will start strong. No Cole Palmer. They had a good midweek. Tottenham had it's hard. It's very hard, but I think
I don't think it's hard. I don't, actually, it
think-
might be controversial. I don't think this is too hard.
Chelsea
You
straight.
think Chelsea would just win?
No, I think I'm backing Spurs with this one.
Oh,
I know their home form's been good, but like you talk about Chelsea's injuries, for Spurs also, Udogie and Romero are back. Like you mentioned before, like the injury they've struggled. Romero is a big one, but Van de Ven, who personally, I think Van de Ven's one of the best, been one of the best centre-backs in the league this season. I think he's awesome. But I think that I'm backing Spurs for this one, even though they're at home, which hilariously has been their downfall a bit so far this season. Downfall, they're still third. But I'm backing Spurs for this one. I'm thinking a 2-1 Spurs.
both of them are finishing above you, though.
What, Chelsea and Spurs?
Finishing above Man United.
I don't think so.
I'd be surprised if not. I'd be very surprised.
Oh,
if
you
not.
think-
No,
I think
no,
both-
I agree
I
with you. I agree. With
I don't think.
Oh, you
both
agree?
of them
Yeah,
are
yeah,
finishing
yeah,
above-
yeah, I'd be
Oh,
very
you
surprised.
think you're going to finish above Tottenham?
It depends on the next month for me, because we have 3 wins on the bounce. We will get to United.
Yeah, we'll talk.
We'll get to United, but I mean, I think we can finish top 6, but it depends on a lot. It really depends on the next month. That's 6 weeks, so we'll get into that in a bit. But score prediction. Give me your score prediction
I'm
for
going
Spurs Chelsea.
Chelsea 2-1.
Chelsea 2-1. I'm going Spurs 2-1.
2-2 for me. There'll be
2-2.
goals in it. It'll be a good game.
You
but
draw, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
I want to move on actually to your boys, Man City. Got Man City Bournemouth on Sunday, 4:30 kickoff.
Yeah.
And I still don't know what to make of City, because on one hand I look at City and go, at points I look at your starting 11 and there's a couple holes there in terms of lack of output, and then I go, but you got Erling Haaland at the end of the day, who's got 11 goals in the league so far this season already.
Yes,
I just think when Erling Haaland's playing, it's another team or another player I'd go, oh, as soon as you lose them it might be a bit iffy. But Haaland is just so dependable for me, and I hate how much I like him.
He's class, isn't he?
He's so good.
He's class. I mean, the thing with City is that in my opinion, we've got the best goalkeeper in the world, and we've got the best striker in the world.
No way. No, okay, wait, hold on, wait. No,
I've never seen it. I've never seen anything
please.
like Donnarumma before.
If I'm with the table, yeah, there's some certain statements that you can't make, like the greatest keeper, the greatest player ever.
Who's better than Donnarumma at the moment as a goalkeeper?
How can you say that? For the last 5 years, there's only
But
one.
that's a valid question.
But he wouldn't. He single-handedly
you said no way.
That's like
so you
asking me what's 1 + 1. We all know the answer.
You think Alisson is a better goalkeeper than Donnarumma?
I don't think.
Oh,
I know.
That's insane chatter.
Wait, hold on. What's going on? So basically, Alisson's been the best keeper in the Premier League since he landed in the Premier League, and he's still the
sure.
best keeper. He's been injured for how many games, and he's still the best keeper. Alisson don't have.
As a shot stopper, there is no one that touches Donnarumma. No one at all.
wow.
Bro, just watch the Champions League last year.
Oh, that was last year. Come on. Alisson's been doing it for 5 years.
He's not lost his arm since last year. He's
No,
the same
yeah,
as
Wait,
all
that
he was
doesn't make
last
any
year.
sense, FJ. I actually back you with this with the Alisson one.
Thank you.
I agree with your shot stopping thing, but I just Alisson as an overall goalkeeper.
Thank you.
But to
In the
say
world.
this,
In the
no,
world.
but to say you're talking about this season,
Yeah,
when
and last
Alisson's
season.
been injured for the last 4 or 5 games,
And he's still better.
last season, you can't give it to anyone else but Donnarumma in terms
No
of
way.
best goalkeeper.
Oh,
Well, he won the trophy.
no,
he
you
won the
can't.
trophy. He
Come
won the
on.
best.
You
goalkeeper
cannot give it to
trophy.
anyone but
Why?
Donnarumma.
Because
But-
PSG.
Yeah, because he won
Because
them
they
the
won the-
Champions
yeah.
League.
Oh, come on. And Alisson won us the Premier League.
No, look,
No, Salah won you the Premier League.
Oh, who the greatest
Are
player?
you going to say last
I'm not
year?
disrespecting.
Alisson was the best player last season.
was the best
No, he
player.
wasn't. It was Salah.
I'm not disrespecting Alisson.
keeper-wise.
I'm not disrespecting Alisson. He's Premier League probably all
The
time.
best.
Or he's probably Premier League all time goat.
Thank you.
But Donnarumma
Don't
at
say
shot
nothing about
stop.
Schmeichel.
Donnarumma at shot stopping is the best I've ever seen.
Oh,
I think he's unbelievable.
Do you know
But
why?
anyway,
Do you know why? You had Carson in
but
goal.
we had Edison.
You had Edison in
who's-
goal.
who
Then-
didn't have arms. He honestly conceded like 50% of the shots he faced. And I love him because he was a bit of a cult hero. But it's like chalk and cheese. But anyway, what I'm saying is you've got
He said something
Donnarumma
else though. He said Donnarumma is the best keeper and someone else
and
is the
Haaland's
best.
the best striker. Yeah, there's no
Okay, yeah, no,
complaints.
FJ.
There's no-
Even you cannot
discussion.
say
There's no
that Haaland's
discussion
not the
about
best
that.
striker in the league at the moment.
Wait, he defies the odds every single week. He breaks records every single week. Who's
Come on,
better
I can
than,
see.
Who's better than
I can
Haaland?
see him. I can see you trying to come up with an argument. You know.
Who's better than Haaland?
Okay, cool. So if you're saying that Haaland's the best striker in the Premier League
100%.
now, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, probably maybe forever, but yeah.
Okay.
All right. If Haaland stays in the Premier League for the next 10 years, then yes,
He breaks the
he's
record.
finishing as the best Premier League striker of all time. He's
Striker or forward? Because there's one guy there lurking around. But you're not saying
But
striker.
I'm saying striker. I'm
okay,
saying
cool.
striker.
If you're saying forward, there's a different.
Henry, Salah.
Wait, what's up? What? Henry? Salah. It's only Salah. And no
Well,
one
you
else
can't
can
just pick Liverpool players for
No,
everything.
I'm not. It's Lewis.
You
Salah.
think okay, we
Would-
can't
alright,
get
would-
into Salah
yeah.
Henry, surely.
Would Haaland, let's say he finishes his career as Premier League all-time top goal scorer,
no.
would you put him in the same category as the kind of like Salah, Ronaldo, Haaland kind of conversation that often is had, right? The debate at the moment tends to be them three. Does Haaland then get into that conversation? Not necessarily win it, but get into that conversation.
It's hard because like it just depends what kind of question you decide to answer. Like if you're talking about the best player, Haaland isn't the best player because he's not that well-rounded. He's not like got an amazing touch. He's not amazingly good at dribbling.
Yeah.
He's just physically incredible and got the best shot I've seen for anyone who's played for City. Well, actually, maybe Aguero. But anyway, do you know what I mean? He's got an insane shot on him. So if you're talking like player, then obviously like Salah and Omri are better than him. But like, what is football? Football, you win games by scoring goals. His goal-to-game ratio is absolutely ridiculous. No one could have anticipated this. Even when he came from Dortmund, most people would say he'll have a little bit of a drop-off. Oh, he's a beast, but he'll have a bit of a drop-off in the Prem. He just scores the same amount of goals no matter what league he's playing, no matter whether he's playing for Norway. So if he ends up breaking Shearer's record, and bearing in mind, City bought him, and in that year, then went on to win the treble in which he scored 53 goals.
Yeah.
Like, I think because it's City, people don't talk about that very much. If that was like Liverpool, and Liverpool had bought someone who used to support them as a kid, and their dad used to play for them, and then scored 53 goals to win them the treble, everyone talks about that as like one of the best stories of all time. Let's not underplay what Haaland's done and doing.
Salah has done it for 10 years.
Yeah, but Haaland 10 years ago, Haaland was 15. So that's not really, it's not really fair comparison. Give Haaland 10 more years and I think he's
Number one, Haaland's not going to do this for 10 years. Number one, Haaland's not going to do this for 10 years. Number two, he might leave City before 10 years. I doubt
a 10-year contract.
Okay. But if he's there for 10 years, he's still not going to do what Salah done for 10 years. Number one. Number two, what Salah has done for Liverpool, you can't compare it to what Haaland's done for City. Like, it's a different comparison.
in terms of like raising the club.
Not even raising the club because Liverpool are at a standard already, but Salah has calm and lifted up the sleeping giants basically. Like before Salah came in.
When you signed Salah, you were nowhere near in terms of who Liverpool are now versus when you signed him 10 years ago. It is night and day.
Yeah, 100%. I know, 100%. You're right. I'm trying to say that Salah's influence of Liverpool getting to that level is totally different. Influence from Haaland, influence in City, and Haaland. I'm talking about consistency. Haaland can't do this for 10 years like Salah's done. No one has, like no one in the whole Premier League. Let me say you the whole world. Only 2 players have done it in the whole world. Only 2 players can do 10 years consistency in the whole world. And we know the players. We know the 2 players. Apart from that, there's no other players can do it. So when people talk about Salah this, Salah that, drop Salah, I'm like, wait, what's happening? Are you not...
If you're talking honours though, Haaland already has more, and in the next 7-8 years will collect much more and probably blast past Salah in terms of titles won, FA Cup, Champions League.
Forget all that.
But why forget all that? You're sat there with a Premier League trophy next to you.
Gary Neville done that. West Brown done that. All these
because they play for the best team in the world for
and they're still not in the
beyond a
conversation.
decade.
And they're still not in the conversation.
Gary Neville just got into the Hall of Fame.
Compare Haaland to Wes Brown.
Yeah, that was a bit crazy.
That's crazy.
But Gary Neville did just get into the Premier League Hall of Fame.
But if you're talking about major honours and all these stuff, I can bring other people that's got more titles than Haaland.
But in his first season, he scored 53 goals and we won the treble.
Oh, wow.
The treble. Don't say, oh, wow.
Treble. Where's Salah's treble? Where's your treble?
Oh.
You'll never win a treble.
Oh, okay.
And Salah will never win a treble.
Okay.
That's it.
But that still don't mean that Haaland can overtake Salah.
But you're talking about something in the
saying
future.
In what? I think like in terms of goals, accolades, trophies, Haaland will. But it's just if you're a Liverpool fan, it's your personal preference. But anyway, Man City, Bournemouth.
City.
Yeah, back on topic. Man City,
Right,
Bournemouth.
so I'm saying it with my chest. We've got the best keeper in the league. We've got the best striker in the league. But I do think, and I said this yesterday, I feel like compared to years gone, and I think if you compare our team now to Arsenal, like football has changed a lot very, very quickly in the last 12 to 18 months. Whereas Arsenal are winning games because they're physically very, very strong. They've got fighters in there and they've got experienced, strong like men.
You think?
Yeah.
Or was it just set pieces?
No, but even if it is just, even if it is, that's why they're scoring from set pieces. I look at that City team and I watch us against Swansea, and like, no disrespect, City have some of the most talented players in the world. We know that, right? We know that's why Pep Guardiola buys players. We know that's why he brings them through the academy. But I'm looking at the squad. I'm looking at like Oscar Bob, Doku, Savinho, Rico Lewis, Mateus Nunes. I'm thinking like, where's the strength? We're so weak. We don't score from set pieces. We concede from set pieces. And I feel like every City team in days gone where we've won things has had someone in the middle like a Rodri, or our defence like when Ruben Diaz was on form, Kyle Walker, like these big strong guys who would get you out of tough situations, KDB who would take a game by the scruff of the neck. We don't really have that because our best player, who's by far and away our best player, is Erling Haaland, who really can only operate in the final third, and he's not the type of player who's going to pick up the ball, beat a few players and score a goal. So we're relying on everyone else to pick up the slack, to provide him with goals. And it's just not happening. And like you said at the beginning, you said, I don't really understand where City are. I don't really understand where City are. I think Guardiola tried to change the play from the very passive, killing teams with possession. And that's why he brought in your Cherkis, your Marmoush, Doku, Savinho to be a bit more direct. But I think in doing so, we've kind of compromised what we were good at. And I think the players are probably a little bit confused. And you saw it against Swansea. It took us till the 80th minute to take the lead in that game because all we were doing was just passing it around the box. And no one took the game by the scruff of the neck. And that's why I think it's going to be really difficult this season.
Are you worried about the midfield?
I'm really worried about the midfield. I thought Reinders was going to be that guy. And I think, to be fair to him, like he's probably being played out of position a little bit. And the step up in terms of the amount of time you get on the ball and the physicality from Serie A to Premier League is massive. And it's only been 9 games. So we'll see what happens. If Rodri can somehow stay fit, then that's a huge...
I was going to mention that Rodri's back. Pep said that Rodri's ready to play again.
And I think if you have a midfield 3 of Rodri and then an on-form Foden and an on-form Reinders in front of you, that's looking incredibly strong.
So you say Rodri and who?
Rodri, Reinders and Foden.
Oh, Foden.
On form, no, I'm saying on form. But these are the things that you can't equate for at the moment.
When was the last time Foden was on form?
He's playing better this season. He is playing well this season.
I don't know.
Foden's back up to maybe about a 6 or a 7 out of 10, I think.
He is.
Like he's by nowhere near means
by his standards, he's
been decent.
Overrated, but he's alright though.
He's definitely not overrated.
100% overrated.
He's not overrated. He's had a very, very bad year last year, which is almost unprecedented.
What's his best position? Like if you start Foden, where you starting Foden? What's his
right
best
wing
position?
probably?
And that's the worst place for me. Like I can't put Foden right wing.
But that's where he won Player of the Year.
That's true.
No, it's not. Yeah, because
it is true.
City had an amazing season that year. So and he was like a bright spark. So I understand that, but like Foden, really and truly, that City team, the midfield is. I saw the midfield that you. Okay, cool. It's EFL. I understand that, but your midfield, I think the midfield is the.
It's lightweight, bro.
Yeah,
it's really lightweight, and I think City fans, maybe like myself, probably don't want to admit it, and maybe it's not true. Touch it, it's not true. But just like Rodri coming back from such a bad injury,
not the same,
and then having all these injuries again, like, is he ever going to be?
He'll never be this.
No, he won't.
Like, probably not. And then where do you go from that? Because where do you go from that? Like, he was the linchpin of everything we did that was good. He was our most important player.
I think the problem for City right now is goal contribution. The only goals contribution is coming from one person.
Literally, it's Haaland on 11, and then everyone else is on 1.
No, I think Haaland on 11 and own goals is on 2.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
So,
but you've got to bear in mind,
you're not worried about that.
Cherki and Marmoush have been injured. Like, Ryan Cherki midweek was an absolute joke. Like, I think he can provide a lot of those passes into Haaland. I think Doku can create... He's not good against good defenders. That's my honest opinion. I don't think he's that good against top defenders, but he can create you goals against the sort of bottom half sides. And occasionally he will have a really good game.
I think you got too many creators. I think Man City got too many creators. I think you need another 10 goal a season person. Honestly, you probably need 2 more 10 goals a season.
And I think that's what everyone was expecting Foden to be. And I think that's what everyone was expecting Savinho to be, which is why...
That's what you had.
He's been injured as well.
Okay,
4 or 5 years ago, is you had 8 players popping up with 10, 15 goals. It's Sané, Sterling, etc. All these guys, Foden obviously as well during the early years of his career so far. You're all popping up with like goals here and centre, and then you just had Aguero and then Haaland, and I think would provide the centrepiece for it.
And I think it's one of those sort of like victims of your own success sort of thing. In terms of like, we had such an unbelievably good start in 11 when we won the treble and when we did the 4-peat. There was no point for other top players to come in because they knew that they weren't going to start.
Yeah.
So now we're kind of at a situation where those 11 have all aged now. A lot of them have gone. But it's like, because we weren't buying players of the same quality or of a similar quality when they were playing, when those guys were playing for us. It's like we've just had like a massive drop off, which was always going to happen.
Are you worried?
I'm not. There's not really anything to be worried about because we've got enough quality that we will finish in the top 4. And like as I was saying on yesterday's show, I was born like 5 minutes away from Main Road. Like I never expected any of this. I never expected to be sitting here talking about Man City winning things ever. So I can't be worried after a season without a trophy. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like that's too spoiled. Like
What is your expectation this season?
I think we'll win a cup. I think we'll win the League Cup or the FA Cup, and I think we'll get into the Champions League. Yeah, I would be happy with that. I think because we've got Donnarumma and because we've got Erling Haaland, if both of those stay fit, I think we can go far in the Champions League. Because that's what you need in tournament football. You need someone who can score goals, and you need someone who can keep goals out. And we saw what he did for PSG
knockout
last year.
quality.
It's knockout quality, and I think, yeah. I mean, I'm not worried. It would be nice to see Guardiola win a league again before he leaves. I would really like that. We don't know.
He's leaving soon, and that's like another 3-4 years for you guys to get back up to.
Yeah,
well,
Vincent Kompany will take us back to the promised land.
Is he just penned a new deal at Bayern though?
That'll have a clause in it saying if City come calling,
Man City clause. Cheeky 10 million.
There's no way he's not our next manager.
Oh yeah,
no way.
I was so surprised when he went to Bayern from Burnley, and then he's just smashed it.
He's done a really good job, hasn't he? I mean.
Well, it's Bayern, but at the same time, if you talk about the squad that he's built, I'd argue probably best in Europe at the minute.
And he's also changed the way they play completely from what Bayern used to play.
Oh no, yeah, it's fantastic. We've got a couple of super chats coming in. We've got blame LJ for Liverpool downfall. He is Thai Liverpool.
How can you blame me for the downfall when last year I was telling everyone that we're going to win the league and we won the league? I told everyone we're going to win the league and we won the league. Now,
and how many years have you said that?
Only
4.
What? 4?
Every single season?
No, yeah. I said last season we're going to win the league and look what happened. So how can you blame me for the downfall? I'm the spirit lifter. I lifted everyone's spirit. So when we talk about Liverpool, I'm going to try and lift everyone's spirit about Liverpool after on. So, because I know all Liverpool fans' spirits are down. They're saying this, that. Have faith. The league's not over yet.
And we've got another super chat from Dr. Who Mania, who perfectly gives me a lovely segue into the United game. He says, do you think United can get Champions League this season? So United are playing Forest away from home after 3 wins on the bounce. Obviously, I know a lot about United wearing what is, I think, one of my favourite kit out of the 3 this season. We'll be wearing this kit as well. The same kit we got beaten through, won by Brentford by. So immediately, I want to get that win just so the kit feels better. But Forest away from home. Forest have been probably one of the most entertaining clubs this season, but for not to do with their football at all. Just the insanity that is Nottingham Forest under Marinakis in the last 12 to 18 months. But Forest away, United have won 3 on the bounce. Dyche got 2-0 beat by Bournemouth, but then obviously won against Porto at home, 2 penalties in the Europa League in midweek. So it's a game that I'm trying not to just get a little bit giddy about because I don't trust my players and my club to produce consistently. But I personally feel cautiously optimistic. And to answer the super chat question from Dr. Mania, my answer is that we can, but I don't know if we will. Is the best way I can
Yes
put this.
or no? Do you think Man United are making top 4? Yes or no?
Do I think they...
Yes or no?
So the question is, can they? Will we? No. I reckon we'll miss out by 3 to 5 points by the end of the season.
Oh, there's no chance. There's absolutely no chance.
You reckon?
Oh, this happens...
all the time.
This happens all the time. This has happened every single season since Fergie leaves, and it's beautiful for like Liverpool fans and City fans to watch. 3 weeks ago, it was Ruben Amorim's the worst manager we've ever had. We've got to get rid of him. You've had a few good results. Winning at Anfield was great, but let's be honest, they had enough chances to put that game to bed. You've had some good results in the meantime, and all this is papering over the cracks. Ten Hag did it about 6 times, which gave him an extra like 50 million in his bank account. He did it with the FA Cup final against City. He did it at the Etihad like 3 times. Everything was going bad. He got a couple good results. Everyone wants him to stay. Oh, trust the process, trust the process. I can guarantee you that's what's happening now. I think you've made good signings, and I think you'll be way better than you were last year, for sure. Because by the very
hard
nature...
to be worse.
But yeah, by the very nature of football, like, what I like about Amorim is he has stuck to his principles pretty well. And I think by the very nature of football, if your players are playing in that style for over a year, they are eventually going to get better. So you will be better. But coming Champions League football this year, it's just not going to happen. And I will also say, maybe my hatred is driving me here. Maybe I'm not being objective.
No, keep going.
I will also say there is no chance he beats Sean Dyche on his first home Premier League. No way on earth. I'm happy to say that fully with my chest. I know that I'll get rinsed.
Sean Dyche is going to play the exact way that we've struggled against all season.
Exactly.
The games that we've won, last 3 games, they've been games with space. Like the Liverpool game was weird space because we basically didn't play with a striker. So your centre-backs just had no clue what to do for the whole 90 minutes, which is why we then won all the second balls because our midfield was joined by our attack and we were just fitter than you for the rest of the game. That's why we then won that game. Sunderland game was, again, space. Sunderland, well, as soon as they went 5 at the back, we struggled a bit more. Brighton as well. Brighton were just all over the place when we beat them. They were all over. It was a combination of us being good and them being bad. But I'm kind of enjoying in the short term the couple of changes Amorim has made. It's a bit more basic, bit more route one, but I don't mind it because we're playing slightly more route one with the players who can actually do it. Like if you have a 6'5" striker, that helps. I mean, playing route one,
it makes sense.
But it's not sustainable terms of football. What I've always said about Amorim, I've been saying this for the last since maybe just before the summer, since basically the Europa League final, is he was never taking the small wins in terms of the things he was changing, playing Mbumo close to the striker, letting Cunha drop deep a bit, letting Ahmad play higher and then having our left wing back a little bit deeper, letting Lenny Yoro play the channels rather than Harry Maguire or De Ligt. He wasn't doing these, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why. As soon as he did them, bang, 3 wins in a row. But I do agree with you in that I don't think it's odds on by any stretch of the imagination. I'd give us a 1 in 10 of hitting those top 4 spots. Again, a lot better chance if it becomes 5th, but that depends on you lot going far in the Champions League. So if you want to do me a favour with that, that'd be fantastic. But
the thing is, 2 weeks ago, you wouldn't have said any of this, would you? Realistically,
I'm not coming for you. Out.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I haven't changed my mind.
Did you Amorim out?
Right now,
you changed your mind. You was Amorim out before.
Yeah.
So you still Amorim out.
Overall, yeah. Okay, no. So my process with Amorim has always been, I don't think him right now will last in the job because he doesn't make these changes. He's made these changes, but again, I just still don't think. I think I've always said he's a quality manager. You can go check the tapes if you want. I've always said he is a quality manager who, in 10 years' time, when he's 50, will be probably much better suited to this kind of job than he is right now because he's in terms of managing players and galvanizing players. It's the best I've seen a manager do it for us since Alex Ferguson left. These players are still playing for this guy, despite the fact that everything that's gone on compared to Mourinho, Solskjaer, Louis van Gaal, even Ralph Rangnick for a few months, the players just didn't like him. He's made a good squad and he can play good football. I just don't think it's going to happen yet. That's where I've been with Amorim before this, and that's where I am now. And I also said 10 wins in a row, I might change my mind. 3, that guy's still got his hair on.
I know.
If Frank United Strand loses his hair, then maybe I'm going, interesting. But overall, I just don't think he's equipped for it right now in terms of his skill set. In 5-10 years' time, his skill set will be much bigger, much better, and he will become a fantastic manager.
I like the fact that he stuck to his principles. I do like it, and I think
good.
And I think it's nice, not from a City fan perspective, but nice from a football fan perspective, that he's been given a bit of time to stick to those principles. Unlike Ange, who was given 37 days, and that's how the football cycle works at the moment. They want instant results, even though you've gone from Nuno, who's a defensive manager, to an attacking manager. That was never going to work. That's not how anyone can work it. So I think in that way, Amorim's done well, and I think you have to be quite a strong character to be able to take all of the heat he's got.
That's why I rate him as a manager in the future.
But also, he started the season when you were playing terribly with Mount up front, when you've got Sesko on the bench. Doesn't make any sense. And then he brings Sesko in, and it's that's such an easy solution. Yeah. And you question, how good can a manager be if they can't see that until quite a few games in?
Yeah, it was the only thing I can think of why he was doing that was just he was being overcautious. I did get, Sheshko didn't have a pre-season, came in literally 1 week before the season started, so I get it. It was when he then started against Grimsby, and then he played the 90, and then he took the 10th penalty because he had loads of cramp. I was like, why didn't you just take him off at 80, give him that rest, and then let him start against Burnley, for example, instead of dropping him for that game. But I think he took too long to make some of these changes. But for now, I am just happy that he's made them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to watch next week, and then the week after, and then the international break, and week after, and then just keep it like that. I don't
got to enjoy it, man.
Thinking about next season, 3 seasons, 5 seasons, ridiculous thing to do. What's the point?
No,
no one knows what's going to happen. So if you're a Liverpool fan, if you're a City fan, you think along. You're stable. You think along ahead. Right now, it's not even worth me thinking about. That's how I feel on this. That makes sense.
At Christmas, you change your whole mind. I can see it already.
Yeah, if we then go and lose 4 of our next 7, I'll be back to being like, look, we had a good blip, but is what it is. You can't do that 3 times over the course of 15, 16 months. Like, just go on these massive losing streaks.
I think that answering the question as well about United coming top 4 is, I think that we're focusing a lot on Amorim, but I also look at your team and I just think that it's actually not that great. Like, there's not loads of quality in it. Like, you're quite top heavy, I think. Like, obviously, like, Cunha's been brilliant, even if he's not scoring goals. And Buemo was always going to work because he'd worked in the Premier League before. He was never going to drop his levels massively. Same with Cunha. But then I also think like Casemiro's pretty old. I don't rate Dalot that much. Bruno Fernandes is one of those like double-edged swords where like he's technically your best player, but also can really stink out the gaff and cause you to lose a game. And I just think that even if you do get playing good football, I don't think that squad is anywhere near the 4th best in the Premier League.
Yeah, like I think our attack's definitely up there with one of the best in the Premier League, just in terms of the individual quality we have.
But I agree. You're talking like top 5, top 6.
Yeah, like, I'd say like one of the best like top 5 attacks in the league. Yeah, just based off quality there. But in terms of what you were saying with top heavy, big time. We went for attackers instead of defenders this season, this summer. Because we have like 8 centre backs, so it's like it's fine to just, and our best centre backs. I think De Ligt's been fantastic this season. Lenny Yoro's only going to get better. I think he's been pretty good. Mazwari is good when he's not injured, obviously, but I think last season killed him because he played like 60 games or something ridiculous like that. Casemiro, midfielder and defensive signings, big time needed next summer. But I think that's just the choice United made was be top heavy this season, get some goals in to compensate for maybe the fact that we've kept 1 clean sheet this season, literally out of like 10 games.
That's mad.
I can't say nothing.
1 in 26 for Liverpool.
I can't say nothing.
Mad.
Your defense. You have the opposite problem of our defense. Our defense, we've got loads of players but the average isn't fantastic. You've got 2 to 3 really good defenders, but that's it.
Yeah,
you only have 2 to 3 defenders. So suddenly you look at you losing the Palace in midweek. You played your backup 2nd, 3rd string team. You just got pumped at Anfield again.
I thought Van Dijk can hold it, the greatest centre-back ever to play in the Premier League. I thought he can hold it, but, it's showing there's so many cracks.
Dropped off. This season. Who? Van Dijk.
Never. There's so many cracks.
No, this season, are you telling me that Van Dijk is playing as good this season as he did when you won the Champions League?
He's still the best centre-back in the Prem.
Not this season.
Nowhere,
not this season.
Who's better than him?
Not top 5.
Who's better than him? Don't say Gabriel. Who's better than him?
I reckon I can name 5 centre-backs I know have been better than him, right? Right, you got Gabriel.
Lie.
Mark Gay.
What? Hey, look, what? Hey, what? Wait, what am I hearing?
Are you talking about just in this?
Wait,
just
what's
this
happening?
season?
So far this season.
Let's start again.
So far this season.
Yeah, that's fair.
So far this season.
You agree with him?
This season,
saying since August 12th.
Well, you had 1 clean sheet in 26 games.
What is happening? Verge, the greatest centre back ever.
Yeah, but
this season
Gabriel.
he's not been better.
Wait. You know what? Let's finish this
since August 12th.
Let's finish the list.
But what I don't understand, what I don't understand with you is like he might be the greatest centre back ever, but does that mean that like he has to be the best player on the pitch in every single game ever?
No, I didn't say that, but he's still the best player in the.
But this season, you think he's played better than Gabriel has played?
Hands down. So Gabriel, can you hear it? Gabriel.
No, that's not.
It's Gabriel, Gay, Van der Ven, Romero, and De Ligt.
Romero and who?
Easy.
And who?
De Ligt. All been better than him.
He said De Ligt.
Yeah. De Ligt's been fantastic this season. I'm not even saying that De Ligt's one of the best in the world.
How comes when I see all these stuff, I get, FJ, you're so deluded. You're deluded. And you see all the, you don't get no deluded comments. What? How comes?
I don't know. Ask the audience.
Maybe they believe you. Maybe they believe what you're saying. But that's so wrong. Gay, more gay.
You do realise that you bid like 40 million for Mark Gay 2 months ago.
Yes.
And if you got him, you wouldn't be in this position.
No, I'm not.
Mark Gay saves your defence right now.
Nah.
Mark Gay saves their defence right now.
I think Mark Gay has ruined Liverpool's season. Oliver Glasner by not saying.
Well, yeah, Glasner's ruined their season. Well, he has. He's beaten 3 times as well.
He's beaten
Bro, actually, Glasner hates you.
No, do you know what ruined our season? I think our signings in the summer.
No one said that though when you bought him.
No one said that. No one said that. Our signings in the summer was like, it was good, but in respect to it was bad as well because you're bringing in all these like top quality players like Isaac, better than Haaland. Then you got Wirtz,
He was actually a pointless signing. I know. Yeah, I heard that. Did you catch that comment?
What
Saying
happened?
better than Haaland.
What happened?
Isak's best season is 3 goals more than Haaland's worst in the Premier League. Try and argue against those numbers. Go on, I'll give you 30 seconds.
That's a different conversation.
You brought it up. You brought it up needlessly 30 seconds ago.
No, okay, let's talk about it. Ability-wise, who's better, Haaland or Isak?
What?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Are we talking kick-ups?
No, I'm saying ability-wise, who is better?
Who's technically a better footballer?
No.
Is that what you're asking?
I'm talking about full ability. So you got ability sheet. You can do this. Who's got the overall better stats? Haaland or Isak?
But football's not FIFA though.
No, I'm not saying stats. I'm saying attributes. Like I'm saying skill level. Like who's got the most all-rounded player? Who is the better player?
Okay, but
I ain't got to answer yet.
Okay, probably Isak. But by your logic, then, who's a better stats player, Moussa Dembele from Spurs or Steven Gerrard? Because Dembele could do way more with the ball than Gerrard ever could.
No, he can't.
Yeah, he can.
No, he can't. He can dribble, but he can't grab the nail from the scuff of the neck.
But that's what you're.
He can't grab the nail from the scuff of the neck.
But that's exactly the same argument. That's exactly the same argument.
No. For who?
You're saying that's ability.
No. I got more abilities. Driving the team, captaining the team, carrying the team on the shoulders, carrying the team on the shoulders.
Yeah, that's
Champions League
That's what
final.
Haaland's done.
That's all Haaland.
What's
You just said.
What's Haaland done?
What's Haaland done?
Won City the treble.
No,
That's run 53 goals.
No.
I'm sat here.
No, you just
defending
said
Man City, by the way.
No,
but
you
this
just said
pains me.
No, you just said. You just compared, Dembele and Gerrard,
Yeah, your
that,
logic proves nothing.
No, I'm answering it. So I'm basically backing my own logic. So I'm saying that Dembele Dembele's an amazing player, great player.
Technically better than Gerrard.
What do you mean technically? He can dribble. Yeah, he can dribble. That's it.
Technically
Other than that, that's it.
A better footballer. The same question.
No, he can dribble.
I'm asking exactly the same question you're asking about.
I'm answering. He can dribble. Dembele can dribble. He can carry the ball. He's strong. Cool. After that, Gerrard overruns him with everything else.
Exactly the same with Isak.
How?
Isak can dribble. He's probably got a few better skill moves.
No,
Haaland is better at everything else.
Oh no, he's not. How? Just faster and stronger. That's it.
Faster, stronger,
That's
better
it.
strike, taller.
Oh, come on.
For better range of
better
goals.
decision making.
Who?
Yeah, easy. Haaland.
Isak over Haaland.
Yeah.
All Haaland does is tap the ball in. He got no decisions to make.
Tap the ball in.
Or he got. Isak has got so much more decisions to make.
I think the best way to kind of talk about like attributes that Haaland has, if you don't notice stuff like movement, right? Gyökeres, right, scored like 5 goals for Arsenal so far this season, but his movement has been so poor that it's hard to create a chance for him. Haaland makes people create. I think the
opposite of that. I think Gyökeres' movement is actually good.
This season it's been horrendous.
You reckon? I think he's truly doing that. He's running.
Arsenal find it really hard to create a chance.
Can I just ask you a question?
Talk to me.
If Isak played in this City team, you think he'd score more than Haaland?
Just the way he plays, no. Because even Liverpool.
And if Haaland played for Liverpool, you think he'd score less than Isak will by the end of whenever he leaves Liverpool?
No, because they're both different strikers. Like Isak is a striker that don't need anyone. Haaland needs people. Like we saw last season, Isak was doing his thing all by himself, really and truly. Like he's creating goals, but most of his goals by himself, doing that moment of magic. Haaland don't really produce moments of magics. Haaland don't produce moments of magics. He just
not rate Newcastle's midfield then.
I said this last.
I reckon
I said this last
one of
time.
the best midfield trios in the league.
And just crazy. The person I was sitting here, Kenya, she was saying the same thing, and I said, yeah, they're good. They're hardworking. They're strong. They'll fight for you. They're dog fighters, but there's no creators in that midfield. Like there's literally no one to get the ball, look up, and slip and slide you through. That's why Isak had to do everything by himself. So now Isak has come to Liverpool. It's totally different because now Isak doesn't have to he has to rely on words and on other people to create him goals when really and truly he doesn't really do that ever. He never does that.
He has one goal.
Yes, and he never does that. So you have to get used to not coming out of that front line. In Newcastle, he can go wherever he wants. So now he has to come here, get used to it. He has to get used to what's behind him. He has to get used to Salah getting the ball more than him. He has to get used to Gakpo looking up and cutting in every time and shooting. So there's so many things you get used to. When Gordon gets the ball, he'll get the ball and look for the main target, Isak. Elanga, main target. Even last year, Murphy, main target, Isak. So they'll look for Isak.
But in this team, we're not looking for Isak. You know, Isak's not the number one thing. So,
Mate, he's our £130 million number 9.
yes.
And he's been tremendously worse than Ekitike's been. Ekitike's been probably one of your best players this season alongside Gravenberch, easily.
They're different players.
It's
That's
like, I know
why-
no preseason, had a few injuries, etc. But like after signing Ekitike, firstly, I still don't know why you went for Isak. Why you decided to do both of them, I think's mad. You should have gone for Isak and stuck with only Isak, and then maybe signed a 30 million striker who's like 21, 22 instead of Ekitike, because Ekitike is probably gone in 2 years now. You're going to send him to Barcelona for like 70 mil, and he's an incredible striker.
He's not better than Isak, though.
No, he's not better than Isak, but then why did you spend 90 million on a striker that's not better than your first one?
At that stage of the transfer window, we wanted Isak. They rejected it, so they wanted to go for Ekitike. So we came in for Ekitike, got Ekitike, then got Isak.
Yeah, it was really stupid.
I don't know what the play was there, but I understood it because we got two like crazy, amazing, talented forward players. Diaz is gone, so it made sense him coming. Jota, RIP, my guy. He like obviously left us, so it makes sense why we got two like big boys up there. But obviously, I didn't know Ekitike's level or what Ekitike can bring. You know, so they're making them signings. 100% makes sense. What doesn't make sense for me is that Kirke's signing. We saw Kirke's last season at Bournemouth, just bombing down the wing. Literally just bombing down the wing, doing a hole down the wing. But it just doesn't make sense with Slot's philosophy. You know, you can't have two the right back and the left back bombing down. You can't have that. We're just leaking goals. Right now we're leaking in goals every game. But I'm used to that from last season. We just outscore teams. But it's not working normal for us. So I think we've got to switch it up. Slot is very, very, very aggressive and attacking. But maybe he's got to switch off his tactics. Maybe. But I'm Slot in. So whatever. All the people that are saying Slot out, you lot need to come in front of the table right now. How can you not say Slot out? Embarrassing. Slot, everything he's done for us last season. Klopp left. Everyone's thinking, where are we going to go? What are we going to do? Salah last year, Van Dijk last year, Trent last year. He dealt with all that headache and we're still in this position. Now everyone's saying him to get out. That's bad, man. Poor.
I mean, if he's got 7...
Disappointed.
It's your next 3 games are the rough ones. Obviously, you've got the Villa game and then Real Madrid and then Man City. How are you feeling ahead of the Villa game? Like, really quickly, because we got 13 minutes to get through the other, like, 7 or 8 games.
Villa,
Quick
okay.
predictions.
I always say this. Do you want me to say the truth or do you want me to lie? Do you want me to think with my head or my heart?
It's up to you, man.
Cool. I'll think with my head.
Free will.
3-0. We're going to concede.
Yeah.
We're going to concede.
Easily.
Unai Emery, what kind of tactics is he going to play at Anfield? Is he going to come defensively? Is he going to come attackingly? Now, Liverpool are wounded.
Everyone's coming for you at the minute because
Liverpool,
they know they can.
If Aston Villa come for us, we're going to smack them 3-0. 3-1. 3-1. We're going to concede. We always concede.
Concede.
We always concede.
3-1.
3-1.
I can see this being a bit of one of them like 2-2 games, scrappy 2-2 kind of thing.
I think 3-1. That was my prediction I made yesterday. Yeah, I think so.
Fair enough.
I just think that there's too much quality to lose 7 out of 8 games. I mean, I would have said that last week.
Well, if we lose on
to lose 6 out of 7,
yeah, no, I would have said that last week. Doesn't really
I think like do you remember when what was it? You went a game. You went
11 out of 12,
8 winless. I think one was like 4 draws and 4 losses. Yeah, you lost 11 out of 12. It does happen.
Yeah, it does happen. But
if we lose our next 3 games, Slot still has to stay.
Yeah, no, I do agree with that.
Yeah. Well, the games are
if you win a Premier League season, you should, unless it's exceptional circumstances, get at least another whole Premier League season.
Yeah, I agree.
For the most part.
Did Ranieri? I swear Ranieri didn't, did he?
No, he didn't. Leicester's a different thing though.
That was mental though. I want to big up Ranieri though because he doesn't get enough credit.
And then because it was that, and then they backed it up by remember they beat Atletico, didn't they?
Yeah.
The King Power, and then he went not long. I think he didn't. He went not too long after that.
No. But now where are they?
Leicester, pits.
Bad decision.
Mate, absolutely.
The pressure's not on Slot though.
I agree.
I don't think the pressure's on us. The pressure's on Arsenal.
The real pressure. Well, Arsenal have positive pressure.
Pressure?
In terms of the pressure is win the league, whereas Slot, it's more just if Slot had pressure, it would be pressure due to bad results. Arsenal's pressure is due to their
all comes to the same thing.
Quote success.
Yes, all comes down to the same thing.
But
I don't think
I kind of agree.
Like last year, we didn't there was no expectations on Slot to win the league last year. So he done it amazingly, ran away with the league. People are saying that was we good or was they bad? That's so sad. That's bad. We were amazing. That's why we won the league.
The thing is, like you talk about pressure, you can't spend 500 million quid and not feel pressure.
No, I get that, but with everything that he has to like put together, if he spent 100 million on 3 players or 4 players, like even say he spent all that money on all the players he had to come in, they're big vital players. They have to get used to the team. They have to get used to the team.
I also think that like we gloss over it a little bit, like the Jota passing. Like that is a massive thing. Like you think like,
immeasurable.
Like you think about like your best mates. We don't even see our best mates anywhere near as much as those guys hang out
every day.
And every single game at Anfield on the 20th minute, they're reminded of it during when they're playing. That must be a proper terrible for your mindset, I think. And I think people gloss over it because Liverpool players are so good, and this has never really happened before. We're kind of in a situation where we don't really have any precedent for this. But I think that is a huge factor.
What do you think about Liverpool this season?
I still think
we're going to win the league. Thank you.
Yeah,
what do you?
I still think you'll win the league.
Thank you.
I still think one of
That's
Liverpool.
what I'm saying.
One of Liverpool or City will win the league this year.
Like Liverpool, who?
Liverpool or City will win the league.
I don't think about City, but 100% Liverpool are going to win the league. Arsenal are going to continue this run. All these corners, set pieces, Saka for one side, Declan Rice for one side, they cross it in, Gabriel gets the header. It looks nice. It's amazing. But how long is that going to last for? You know? How long is that going to last for? If you guys can't score, so people are saying that Liverpool getting late goals, it's not going to last forever. And now we're seeing it. Like, the late goals are not going to last forever. How long are these set pieces, dead balls? How long is it going to last for?
This is the thing is that
they can't score from open play.
But what I've seen with Arsenal is
now they're doing long throws.
Normally, I would agree that if you score from set pieces a lot, that doesn't last all the time. But it has been like 2.5 seasons now of them being able to, like Declan Rice has got the most assists from dead balls in Europe since 2024. He's got 10.
2.5 seasons where they haven't won anything.
I agree. Yeah, no.
Where's it got them?
The reason if Arsenal don't win the league, the reason is, for me, it's Gyökeres. It's if he doesn't get scoring.
If they don't win the league, it's because of Mikel Arteta.
No,
sure, and that's the reason why they haven't won the league in the 2 years.
I'm more thinking in terms of goals.
In terms of goals,
if they don't, it's because they're having to over rely on set pieces. Because they can't rely on their striker.
But you know how I was talking when we were talking about City about us being like having a favourable opportunity in the Champions League. I think Arsenal have a very, very, very good chance of winning the Champions League. Because as you say, I don't think over a 38-game season, winning 1-0 every game from set pieces is actually sustainable. Now, they might find another gear. They might find new ways to play because they did last year and the year before. And they might win games like that. And genuinely come January, they might be like 15 points ahead and they might sort into the league. The Champions League, the group stage games, you eradicate because all of the big teams are going to go through, and then you have 8 games. You have 8 games, and you have to win. You have to win 4 or 5 realistically. You can draw the others. Do you know what I mean? The only game that you actually have to win is the Champions League, and I think Arsenal are my top favourites for Champions League. But like you say, I actually think they're getting ahead of themselves with the Premier League.
You think they'll crumble?
I do think they'll crumble, but how can I say anything else? We've seen 3 years.
Yeah, based on evidence.
Crumbling. Based on evidence, it's hard to say that
they've done it for 34 games, 35 games, not 38, and that's ultimately that's been the difference the last 3 seasons.
And also, respectfully, like the players that they brought in, as much as I love Eze, who I think is amazing, Zubimendi, who I also think is absolutely fantastic, they're not experienced winners. It's not like they've bought in like a Champions League captain. Do you know what I mean? Someone who can mentally take them to the next stage. They're bought in young, extremely good players, which is giving them depth.
I think Gyökeres was meant to take them to the next level. I think their striker, he's not getting 20 goals this season, though. Gyökeres is not getting 20 goals. I
said beginning of the season, I reckon he's getting 20 to 25 all comps, and I still think
all comps. Oh, I'm talking about 20 in the Premier League.
Yeah, I said 17 to 20. I can see him getting.
If Gyökeres don't get 20 goals in the Premier League this season, they're not winning the league.
Because you need your striker to score. We've got one more little topic here just before we round up. From Vaughan Gardner on the WhatsApp channel. I think get involved, mate. It's just, hi guys, love the show, and as a Man U fan, especially watching the recent Liverpool cookings. So the opinion I would like you guys to discuss is this: what team outside of the top 6, so Newcastle and Villa, etc. Most likely to qualify for Europe. Basically, who's this season's Nottingham Forest? Sunderland, Palace, kind regards, Vaughan. Interesting. I think this season's Palace is kind of... it's Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Sorry, this season's Forest is Palace. But it really depends on if they can get like 3 signings in January, because their squads, if you're getting deep in the Conference League, because they're one of the best teams in the Conference League.
Yeah.
Right, they just are, because they're a mid-table Premier League side. The mid-table Premier League teams are better than mid-table teams in the top 5 leagues, and probably better than outside the top 5 leagues, a lot of the clubs around there, which is the Conference League level teams. I think it's Palace, but it heavily depends on keeping Gay in January, because Liverpool will 100% try and sign him again in January.
They won't get him.
They won't get him, but I think it's contingent. Them keeping Mark Gay, obviously captain, all of that, and then also then getting in a couple of reinforcements, especially in their midfield and defensive lines.
By then we'll be on top of the league anyway, so...
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with...
By then we'll be top of the league, so whoever we bring in January, then we'll...
Well, I mean,
I agree with Palace.
Yeah, I think it's definitely Palace.
I mean, they've got the best manager out of the top 4. And they've got some really good players. But like you say, like if Mateta gets injured or Sarr gets injured,
or Pino,
or Pino, or like Gahey, like they are basically one injury away from not having a great season. And as well as they have played this year, they are 10th. Yeah, like, I know. It's a massive.
The congestion is still crazy.
Yeah.
They're 10th on 13, and Spurs are 3rd on 17.
Yeah.
Who else is there?
Well, you've obviously got Villa, Palace, Newcastle, Brighton, and then Everton. But because even Everton, they're 14th. That's 11 points. That's 11 points. That's 6 points off top 4.
Yeah.
So it's so congested. But But then beyond that, it's like Leeds, Burnley, Fulham, Forest, West Ham, Wolves. Like they aren't in the conversation.
No.
The other ones there are obviously it's Newcastle, who's just obviously have a great squad. Voltemada, what a player he's been. Aston Villa have become they're getting back up there after I think they lost their first 5.
Yeah. They were on terrible form.
They were horrendous, but they've now really Emery's really fixed up in that regard. But then even then, Villa's. It's Ollie Watkins still not firing. Morgan Rogers not great. Harvey Elliott still got to get in the squad. Jadon Sancho was one of their big summer signings, and it's Jadon Sancho. I think Palace are like a step above the rest of them.
Are we all expecting Sunderland to fall off eventually? Is that we're sort of taking that as a given?
Confidence.
Necessarily
compared
not.
to
They're playing with so much confidence right now.
Yeah, we're talking Champions League, not Europe. Champions League, not Europa League. I think there's a very good chance.
The Champions League
top
places, 10. I don't think. Yeah, Sunderland will finish top 10. Their squad is quality, but I don't. I think.
£1 million.
Yeah, I think they're going to end up 7th, 8th this season.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Oh, it'd be awesome for them.
I honestly think that we're
European football first season back in the Premier League.
Yeah, I know, because that never happens. What was it last year and the year before? All 3 promoted teams got relegated.
Yeah,
that's right, isn't it? Yeah, is that right?
It was
definitely one of the seasons.
Last season.
Yeah. And you don't want to see that. That's bad. And I think there's a very good chance here that you've got Sunderland and Leeds who could stay up. And Burnley are playing decent-ish as well. Like, there's a good chance that we could be in for like a very exciting Premier League season here.
West Ham can't go down. If West Ham goes down, then...
Well, West Ham can go down.
So bad.
West Ham can go down, and they probably will go down. Mate, West Ham and Wolves, I really can't see them fixing.
Wolves are down.
Centre terrible. West Ham can't defend a cross. No matter how good
Nuno's too good, isn't he?
But no matter how good he is as a manager, if your centre backs can't jump up and nod a cross away, you're done. You are just done. Because I saw it last season. We couldn't defend a corner to save our life. So 6 games in a row, we conceded corners constantly. Because as soon as sub team works that out, you're finished.
Game over. Yeah,
absolute game over. But yeah, I'm going Crystal Palace for this one.
Yeah,
I can't really think there's any other.
I don't really like Palace this season because what they done to us. Oh wow, Palace. No, they've done so much for us this season. But amazing start, firing all cylinders. So yeah, man.
Yeah, man,
I'll pick Palace as well.
Big up Glasner, I think, ultimately. But thank you guys so much for watching. Been a pleasure, obviously, hosting you guys. I hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend. There's loads of content coming up on DR Sports. In about half an hour's time, Best of Enemies drops, so make sure you check into that Saturday football show at 7 p.m. Cop TV are doing a watch-along as well for Liverpool's game if you want to see some more AGT tears. Sunday, you've then got FCM. Monday, weekend roundup. And then I'm back live at 5, Monday, 5 p.m. to go through the weekend's results and all the latest drama in the Premier League. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, everything you think. And apart from that, I will see you on Monday.
Hi, and welcome along to the best of enemies. Hey, you looking trim though?
Been running from the show.
Don Robbie is here in Saudi Arabia.
man.
Tell me about your team.
It's not about Man United right now.
I'm a Saudi Arabia, man. They ain't gonna let me down. What an exciting game.
I was offside.
We are here today for the burial of Arsenal's Premier League dreams.
How you doing, Rob? How are you, bro?
Well, none of you two can talk to me because at least we challenge for the league. Al Riyadh, they're taking on Al Nassr today. Big game. One of the biggest games of the season.
Do you know how shameless you are, bro? You're supposed to be winning the league, but you're doing it at 8 along, bro.
I've been chased by a tractor. You've brought in opera singers. When you say Tottenham, you put respect on it.
We'll depart the room for about the next 5 minutes or so.
How?
Because we're going to talk about the Champions League. Who would have thought a Tottenham fan, a Manchester United fan, and an Arsenal fan would get along? Well, sometimes.